Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
TV in the building, man. I'm here with Pops. And today's special guest is Jpeezy4. What's going on, bro?
Let's get it.
What's happening, bro? This long overdue, man.
Nah, I agree, man. We should have been knocked this shit out.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, man.
I'm enjoying this moment with my son because at the beginning of the year we were like, "Yo, we doing reactions. We're gonna start doing interviews," and now this shit is like.
Interview, yeah.
So welcome to the show,
Bro.
man. We're gonna break everything down about you. We're probably gonna start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who subscribes and rocks with JVTV Pops and Jaren.
Yeah, so I want to start right from the beginning. So where are you from for the people that don't know?
I'm from Parlier, man. It's in the Fresno area. I'm about like 15 for Fresno. I stay right there in Parlier. It's about 15 for Fresno. Fresno County. It's a small little city though, about 15,000 population.
Damn, Fresno. Oh shit. So the Central Valley. What was like life growing up in the Central Valley and shit like that? Was it like crazy or like?
Man, growing up, yeah, for sure, it's crazy. You know, it's like any other hood. You feel me? But like personally, me growing up, I wasn't all that bad until we got into junior high and high school type shit. But growing up, I was good.
Oh shit.
Oh, cool. What's your
Yeah.
first memory of hip hop? Like the beginning. Like, what was the first song? What's your favorite artist? Who was playing the music? Was it your parents, your uncle, the homies?
Oh yeah, I always grew up. My pops my pops used to play a lot of Woody, Big Tone. You feel me? Messy Marv and them niggas. I'm in the studio right now. I just finished a song and I was aiming towards that Messy Marv type shit. That old school player shit.
Yeah,
Or
like some player shit.
I just rap I just wrapped that one up. But as far as my music, I think I started. I want to say 2 years ago. I want to say around there. But before that, we would just get all faded and freestyle. And my homies were like, "Damn, bro, you hard. Like you ain't like us,
Yeah.
man. Like you need to get in the studio with this." So we did a lot of bunk shit at the beginning, like band lab, closet recording, shit like that. But now I'm strictly in the studio with it.
That's
No
hard.
doubt, no doubt.
So did you grow up in a two-parent household?
Yeah, growing up, I did have two parents. Yeah,
Oh shit.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And then
blessed for that.
yeah. So what was life like? You said you were basically square, right? Like in your elementary days and the early on days. So what was
Hell
that?
no, not square for sure, not
Oh
square. But
yeah.
yeah, yeah, I was never a square with it. But like growing up, like yeah, for sure, like we grew up like crazy with it too, But I wasn't all that bad. You feel me? As far as everybody else, I knew some niggas I grew up with. Like you was crazy since the beginning, my nigga.
Yeah.
I wasn't all that bad. We started getting in trouble, and started doing bad shit. But yeah, growing up, yeah, my pops had me on a lot of sports and shit. So I played football growing up since like fucking my pops rigged my birth certificate to have me play football at like fucking 6 years old, 5 years old, playing with like 8, 9 year olds. You feel me?
What
And
the
that went all
fuck?
the way to yeah, that went all the way to high school, freshman varsity. Man, I started getting in trouble, started getting in fights and shit. Got kicked off the team. Never really went right back. You feel me?
What position you played?
Growing up, I was small, man. So I used to play like a cornerback and running back, and then when I got in high school, I stretched out, got a little bit bigger, a little chunky. So they put me at linebacker, and I tried to do that running back shit, but man, bro, like I said, they had me varsity, man. Play running back, run the ball, get my ass cracked. I was like, fuck that, I want to do the hitting. I ain't trying to get hit, man. You feel me?
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
linebackers is shit.
Yeah.
You get to smash it to people.
And it's pretty interesting. Like off your demeanor alone, already for the first 5 minutes, it's kind of crazy because you actually just graduated high school, right?
Yeah, a couple days
I would
ago.
think you were older, bro. I thought you were like 22, 23.
Yeah, hell yeah, I get that a lot. I just seen a comment right now, like this nigga graduated college, but you know, we grew up real quick.
For sure. So how old are you, by the way?
I'm 17 right now,
Oh fuck. So when do you turn 18 and shit?
September.
As now you
Yeah.
graduated high school. What we doing? We're going to college. We chilling. You concentrating on your school.
Music.
You going to military. What
Hey,
we doing?
oh, now yeah, I'm probably gonna pursue more school just for a backup plan. Um, find something to get into right now. But right now, I've been going crazy with the music since I finished school, man. I just um I just wrapped up the last song for an EP I'm dropping called "Tears of a Thug." Man, that shit's stupid dumb, like hard, bro. Now I'm real humble with my music. I don't like to
Yeah.
toot my own horn or none of that. But this shit's hard, bro. It's stupid dumb.
So what? When did you like start taking the music shit serious?
Uh, to be honest, I never really did, bro.
Oh,
To like really recently, yeah, I was always one foot in, one foot out with it. Like I like you could see over the 2 years, man. I didn't really drop much. I would drop every 8 months, 9 months when I felt like something needed to be dropped. You feel me? But right now, I'm just trying to go as crazy as I could and see what the music industry got for me.
yeah. All
Yeah.
you have is time because you're 17, so you could do this shit for the next 5, 6 years and keep going
Yeah, for
and
sure.
try to make this shit pop for real. So I want to start like, all right. So you go to middle school, you go to high school. Like, what was life like then? Once you jump off the porch, shit like that.
Um, well, fuck. See, I want to say around the
Yeah.
junior high, high school. I would say eighth grade, around there. And it was just starts off real small. It starts off with just fucking fades, and fuck you, we this, we that, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you there. You feel me?
Wow. And then so going into high school, like, what do you remember? Your like your first police contact and shit like that?
I got arrested like the first time in seventh grade. It was like it was like it was kind of stupid. Like they just arrested me and then just let me go, like fucking to scare me and shit. But it was like something stupid over like having bud at school or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And then my first experience actually going into the hall and shit, my freshman year.
Wow.
No, that's pretty shocking event at that point. Then, so you do
Yeah.
get they do throw you in jail, whatever, but they take you right out because you're a kid. Probably one of your parents come to scoop you, and
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah, they were just trying to scare me and shit. And when you're young and you're dumb, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want a juvenile whoop de whoop."
Yeah.
That's how I took it at the time.
you still kind of do football. You kind of get bumped off the team because you're just kind of like
Fighting and going
fighting,
crazy.
kind of doing your thing. Are you rapping at this time, or you still
uh,
haven't really realized? You're still
oh
doing
yeah, I'm
you're doing
still.
ciphers and shit, and people are like, "Yo, you're dope, bro. You're dope. You need to get in the studio."
Yeah, that's what it
What?
was. But the only time I rapped when we was drinking, like and I was like, "Fuck that rap shit. I ain't no rapper type shit." You feel me? Hey,
Yeah.
we all wrapped up right here.
Oh yeah, we all good.
Okay. Um, we get up. All right then.
All right.
Yeah. I'm leaving the studio right now.
All right, bet.
It's pretty cool because you're like the third artist that we
Yeah.
interviewed that
Done
they
this.
walking out the studios.
Yeah.
This is like a thing, like
Yeah.
studio walkout. You're like the third one. Like what hit the light bulb like when you started rapping? Because you was only rapping when you were drunk. But what was the moment that you're like, yo, I'm hitting the
Right there.
studio?
Okay, so like I said, I was doing little band lab songs and shit. And even at then, like I had songs and like I would show the homies and shit, and they'll be like, "Nigga, that shit's stupid," or like, "Drop that." And I'll be like, "Nah, nah, nah." And a few of them, they actually got me to drop.
Mm.
And then they did all right. I think the first song I actually dropped was "Hectic." It's an
Okay.
old ass song, and you can search it up, and it's fucking, it's all right, bro. It's not that good, but it's not that bad type shit. You can tell the quality's bad because fucking, I'm telling you, we was in the closet with it.
Yeah.
And yeah. So after that, Trapper Loke was my one of my favorite rappers at the
Oh
time
wow. Shout out,
because
bro. Yeah.
Trapper, yeah, shout out Trapper Loke, man. But he was from Hanford, so he was from the 559 area, and he was going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Go to the chicken shop. And he was going crazy, and he was my favorite rapper at the time. And I followed him on Instagram. He followed me back. He followed me back, and then
Yeah.
fucking He hit me up one day, and I was like, "Damn, bro, this trapper low hitting me up. Like this shit's
Yeah.
hella crazy." And he was like, "Hey, bro, let's get something in. I think you're hard, bro. You need to be in the studio." Something
Mm.
along like. So we go to the studio, and it's actually the same studio I just left right now. And we go to that studio, and I met Bustin. He's the CEO of the 5 9 Bully team,
Okay,
and
shout
he
out to
was
them.
like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, shout out Bustin, man." And Bustin was like, "Yeah, bro, you hard. You know, we starting off this 5 9 Bully team, and Bustin had this vision from prison, man, and he's actually doing everything that he said he was gonna do, man." And like, shout out that nigga, bro. So Bustin was starting that off, and he had Trapper Loke on board, and then they got me on board, and then after that, Bustin had nothing but he wanted me to record everything in the studio. You know, he wants high quality shit. You know,
Yeah,
so
of course, of
after
course.
that, we worked on the project Problem Child, and this is probably like 5 6 months after I dropped Hectic. So after my first drop, like 5 6 months, we do Problem Child. Actually recorded in the studio, mix it, mastered. Also during that's what I forgot. Okay, during that time period between I made Hectic and Problem Child, I linked up with Redwood, bro. He's a producer from
Okay.
Fresno.
Shout
I don't
out
know how we
Redwood.
found each other. I can't recall how we found each other, but that's bro right there, and that's bro right there. And he would send me beats all day, so that was one of his beats right there for Problem Child. And then we recorded it at the studio, got it mixed and mastered. Money Shot Joe, uh, he did the video. That was my first time doing a video with the professional with it,
Yeah.
you know. And we dropped that and it did real good, bro. But that should have been an eye opener for me to actually take this shit serious. But like I said, I was so caught up in some bullshit, I didn't. And then few drops after that, Bustin got me to be real serious about it. So I decided to work on an album called Hood Trophy. And I worked on that for about a year. So during that year working on it, it was like I didn't where I fucked up at because I wasn't dropping singles. I just stayed
Yeah.
quiet and it came out with a fucking album, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what kind of fucked me up. But even with Bustin, he this was like I said, he barely started this shit. He didn't know this music shit, you know. So we as we go on, we learning, you know. So now
Yeah,
we
for
know next
sure.
project drop the single before we do that, you know.
So how did the
Oh
five
shit,
nine
no,
bully team come about? Like the five. Well, is that my fault? Is that management? That's considered management, or is it like a label?
it's
Both.
a label.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's a label, but Bustin's like my management, man. Like I said, man. Like we doing this shit as we learn, you know. Like
Yeah.
as we go, we learning this shit, you know. So I don't know if there's like a real official title. I take it as this is my label and Bust is my management. You get me?
Yeah. 100%.
Got it. And he believed in you, so you got to give him super respect and
Oh yeah,
props for that.
hell yeah, bro. Hey man, if y'all ever come down here and y'all invite some man, you can come to the chicken spot. That's the
Chicken
spot
spot.
right there. Yeah. Every time I go
Okay.
to Vice, man, I don't miss a spot. But anyways, yeah, Bustin. Uh, yeah. So I worked on that album, right? We ended up getting it dropped and shit, and then when I dropped the album, I got caught a case and got incarcerated for a little bit. And then after that, I had to stay out the way, man, because my probation and shit. I'm fighting cases, you know, so I didn't want to get in trouble. It's kind of what they got me for was kind of serious, so I didn't want to fuck anything over. So
Yeah.
I didn't even get to promote that album. And right now, I'm kind of good. I'm in the clear. So that's why I'm trying to go crazy and actually take this shit serious now.
Okay. So for the music tip, I guess we get right to it. Like, why did you decide to diss Tommy Guns in that track? Because that's like viral right now, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Look, man, I'm gonna keep it like this.
Yeah.
Um, I already been on a few interviews and I said a lot of shit about Tommy Guns already, you know,
I
and
know.
I don't
I
want to
understand.
keep
Yeah,
up.
we don't want to
I don't
make it
want to
about
keep
him,
on
you know?
going.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you feel me? But I'll keep it plain and simple, man.
yeah.
Fucking Tommy Guns fucking hit my DM one day, dissing me and shit, talking shit on me. I don't know who the fuck this cat is. You feel me? Talking shit, dissing me, saying I was in his comments. I don't recall ever being in his comments or whatever. But he said recently that he was all drunk talking shit, which is fucking stupid, you know. But anyways, he was talking shit. So I had extra studio one time. I was like, "Fuck it, bro. Like, might as well just gas them. You know, like this is rap. You know, like it's not nothing serious. I might as well just fucking gas them in this rap shit." So I did that song, man, and like I said, I'm real humble. I don't like to fucking toot my own horn, but I feel like I gassed the shit out of him. He can't come back. So now he's trying to play that fucking narrative where it's one sided beef and he started it, but he's really just throwing the white flag, man. He can't come harder than that.
Who
Yeah.
who produced that beat for you? Who produced that song?
Like I said, man, fucking I had extra studio time, so I just threw on the YouTube beat. So I don't
Oh
really know
shit.
who fucking.
Oh no, I'm saying because it was kind of
Yeah,
dope
that's
because
why it's not.
it was dope because
Yeah, no, the
it had our video, it had our voices shit in it, right?
oh yeah, you talking about that shit? Yeah,
That was
so
kind of dope.
yeah, so when I fucking when I recorded it, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw fucking voice messages on there. And what when he texted me and shit, I texted him back, and I was like literally like not even taking it serious. Like I was kind of like joking with him as he
Yeah.
fucking taking it all serious, like fuck you, whoop de whoop, fuck your hood. I was like, yeah, all right then. And then I told him like, look, bro, like I don't fucking know you, but like, nigga, like stop dissing me, nigga. Like stop fucking talking shit on the homies. Like you really don't know shit, man. Like you keep on doing that shit, I'm gonna end up gassing you out. And I end up seeing him. I end up seeing your. That's why I seen when you did the reaction, man. Pops said that I watched the full interview, and I was like, nah, but your shit popping, bro. Your
Yeah.
interview's popping, you know. So I came
Appreciate
across it
it.
on TikTok. I seen him talking shit, and I was like, oh, yep, it's perfect, bro. And I fucking
Yeah.
threw it in there. And then the second clip of him talking was actually a voice message
Yeah.
that he sent to me.
That's how I know you're a good artist though, because it made it seem like he wants the full interview. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Yeah,
You're the first one to put us on the map with that. You know what I'm
word,
saying?
that was big. Appreciate you though for that.
You know, man,
hell
and
yeah.
we not even big. Like we don't even got our paperwork right, so we can't even copyright you.
Yeah. So, what do you got to say to the people that like they're saying that you're clout chasing for making this song? How you feel about that?
I mean, I knew once I did that song, that's what they're gonna go with. They got no ammo against me. You feel me? Tommy Guns got no type of fucking. He can't talk any shit on me. He got no ammo. You get me? So I knew, like, I'm trying to think. You know, I'm a big thinker. You know, when I do shit, so I'm trying to think how they gonna come at me. Like, what's their shit? You know, what's the narrative they're gonna paint? And I was like, you know what? Tommy Guns, he got more clout than me. That's what it's gonna come down to. You know, and I knew it was gonna be that, but I wasn't tripping about it because I was like, bro, he dissed me first. I didn't go asking for this beef. I don't know who the fuck he was. If he stayed in his lane, I would have stayed in my lane, man. You know, like we both could like never fucking had this, you know. But he want to talk shit, so obviously I'm gonna talk shit back. I don't know how it's clout chasing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right. What's your ethnicity?
So my pops is Mexican and my mom's Polynesian. She's Tongan.
Oh, that's yeah. Because
Okay.
you don't look Mexican if that makes sense. Like full Mexican. I thought you were like half Asian or some
Yeah,
shit.
So that's pretty
nah,
cool.
yeah, she's Polynesian. My mom was born in Hawaii.
Wow, that's what's
That's
up.
pretty dope.
You ever been there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we try to go every year.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
when'd you get your face tattoo? Because you're 17. So when'd you get them shits? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, man. I got him when I was younger, probably like 15, 16. I've been having them for a while. But fucking yeah, just fuck it, tell my face type shit, you know? All stupid.
How did your parents feel
It
about it
was
when
one
you
of
came
those
home with
things.
that shit?
Oh man. Um, you know, they weren't all happy about it, you know,
Yeah,
obviously, you know.
I could
But
imagine. I could imagine you was
yeah,
you caught some heat when you got home.
yeah. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It wasn't all crazy, you know, or it was all stupid bad. You know, obviously they're like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, that's your face. You know, you already got a bunch of fucked up tattoos and wafty wop. But, you know,
Yeah. It's pretty
here's
dope.
what it is.
yeah, for sure.
So I wanted to ask you, stayed on the music and stuff, and I know we were talking about Tommy and stuff like that, but on this channel we tend to cover a little bit more. Like we want to know, like, what's your approach when you go to the studio?
Punch in.
Do you punch in, or do you write your rhymes, or do you like to take the beat home? Do you like bringing
Bro,
the unfinished product in, or do you freestyle over it? Like, how'd it work?
Yeah, it depends on the song, man. So, like I said, I earlier I got this EP coming on the way that I just finished yesterday, and it's called Tears of a Thug. So me and my homeboy J Ram, shout out J Ram, man. He's from my hood, and it's crazy. J Ram used to rap when I was a little kid and shit. So I always looked up to J Ram. Now we working together. You know, he's like a fucking rap legend right there in my hood. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So he hit me up talking about like all my songs is kind of like it's kind of on the same like fucking same drill music type of shit. You feel me? He like, and then not everybody wants to hear that. You know, some people want to hear that pain shit. And I was kind of sketchy about it, but he told me like, bro, you hard. You I know you could be versatile with it. You know, and so he had me. So we worked on this together. So songs like that, where it's more touchy, and you know I want to put more meaning into it. I write before I get to the studio. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's some other shit where the kind of basic casual drill shit, I'll write it right there at the
Okay.
studio. You get me? It also depends. It also depends what studio I'm going to. Some people charge per song. You get me? And you could take
Yeah.
3 hours on one song. But I'm not a dumbass, bro. I'm not gonna waste money and spend if it's by the hour and I'm
I
spending
already know.
if I'm buying 3 hours, 60 an hour, you feel me? And then and then record and only make one song, there's really no point. I would
Exactly.
rather write it and then go over there and do it at the studio.
Yeah, cause do they master your shit too at the studio? Or
Yeah. Oh no. Well, nah. I sometimes I get mixing right there at the studio. Sometimes take like a day or two to they'll do the masters, you know. But I haven't dropped a song that haven't been mastered.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I know I don't really want to go back to this like that, but I feel like it's good to address this. So like, so you make the diss track, right? What was the feedback you got after that? And also, what is your mindset going after this diss track? You know, it's a lot of momentum, but it's also like people from the other side, so they're not really supporting you. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, you're also getting
Um.
exposure from your side, if that makes sense too. You know?
Yeah. Honestly, I knew the song was going crazy. Once
Yeah.
I heard it, I was like, yeah, this shit gonna go crazy for sure. Like he got gassed out. There's fucking there's clips of him talking and shit. Like I knew it was gonna go crazy for sure. And once it dropped, it did that. Um, I think the biggest one where they got it misunderstood was the black scrap bar. You feel me? And I'm
Yeah.
far from racist, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you know how stupid it would sound if I was like trying to play that and then we got Rico Too Smooth on our side,
Yeah.
who is the same thing, Mexican and black. Like it would sound so hypocritical on my end. It has nothing to do with that. See, the thing is, their side, um, they're like real strictly like, oh, we all Rasa, you know, and
Yeah.
they always been in my comments talking about like, oh, this fool ain't Rasa because he says the N word.
Yeah.
This fool ain't Rasa because he wears these type of clothes or whoop de whoop, you know. And it's always they always hit us where we have Asians, we have blacks, we have whites. But look, bro, if you with it and you pushing the same shit we're pushing, we don't give a fuck if you're fucking white, black, green, purple, you know, as long as you with the shit, you know?
Yeah.
And they're strictly raza. So I just thought it was funny, like, what the fuck? Like you guys talk shit on this, and then when I fucking call it out, like there's a black scrap, like it's funny to me, you know?
Yeah.
And not even that, bro. He played the fucking race card on himself. He was just on a podcast talking about his homies are telling like gives like something along the lines like who gives a fuck if he makes dog shit rap or who gives a fuck about what he says. Like people are just gonna trip out because he's a black Sureño. So like, bro, like if he was going with that since like if that was just the fucking whole thing of his music career, how am I in the wrong for calling him out for that?
Yeah, I'm
You
not
get
gonna lie.
me?
When I first saw the title, I was like Black Scrap. Like I know what people
Yeah,
meant, but when you really think about it, it's not a racist vibe. It's just you. That's what he is. He is a black sureño.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
but
not.
yeah. That's why.
they don't like being called the scrap part.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Okay. I wasn't even looking at the diss term. I was just looking at the race part. I feel like most people look at the race part, right?
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
race.
Oh yeah, for
We're
sure.
programmed with the race shit. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's just the reality of humans, man. That's how
We look at
humans think.
racism. Yeah.
I mean, we grew up in New York City, so we got a
Yeah.
mixture of everything. We got Filipinos on the block. We got Mexicans. We got Puerto Rican, Dominican. You got Jamaican. You got Haitian. And yeah, people still hang out within their community, but there is people of other cultures that rock with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
like
And
so, yeah. My fault. What is your like your
oh,
next steps when it comes to? I know you want to drop singles first because you got to drop singles with visuals. I always tell artists that you got
yeah.
to drop singles with visuals though, because people want to see visuals nowadays. What's your plan now? Like, what's the next 6 months looking like?
Oh man. I don't think niggas are ready. I'm going crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like just this week alone, man. Like every day been going crazy. Yesterday I was in the studio. Today I was in the studio. The day before that, I done did 2 videos in one day, man. We went to 2 different locations. I changed out my clothes and did 2 videos. You
Wow.
know, if I'm not mistaken, I had a video drop today, or at least I seen it on Instagram, a little mic drop. You know, so right now I'm trying to still promote that album because, like I said, I couldn't when it dropped. So right now I'm trying to promote that album because I got bangers on there, you know, and never got to promote it. So right now I'm trying to promote that album as well as dropping these singles. I got a song coming out. I just recorded it on Wednesday. It's a 70-second song. It's 1 minute, man. I fucking gassed that shit out, bruh.
You killed it.
Yeah, I named the song "Need a Minute" because I just need a minute to gas niggas out. You feel me?
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well,
No.
tell the people the name of your album that you're promoting right now. I know you mentioned it earlier.
It's Hood Trophy. Hood Trophy. I dropped it in September. Hey, I got Big Fats BFD on it. I
Oh,
got
Charles Brown. Yeah.
Mafioso JD, Trapper Loke. Who else do I got on that shit? I got a shitload of features on that shit. All of them are bangers, bro.
Yeah, I want to give you your flowers because you really. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we don't agree with no. This is whatever because we're neutral. But like, you killed that song. Like the wordplay and like you put your feelings into the lyrics for that diss
Yeah,
song. You showed your talent. You know what I'm saying? Like you really showed out.
yeah.
Cause
Yeah. You had
I'm
a
telling you,
bouncy
man.
cadence. You had a bouncy cadence to that.
yeah,
Yeah, the beat made it real easy for me too, and I had a whole lot of shit to talk, so I just talked to you. You feel me?
no, yeah, that made me
No,
want
my
to tune into your other shit for real. Like, who's your dream
to
collab?
be honest, fucking, I really don't got one, man. Like there's no one real crazy that I listen to. I feel like all the rappers I kind of want listen to back then because I used to listen to really nothing but homie rap,
Homies, yeah, right.
and
Is that wait? Can
like
we
I
address
used to
that real
listen
quick?
to
Is that a real thing in like Northern California? Like, there's people like the young Mexican raza movement only listens to just homies all day. Like, they don't even listen to mainstream rap. Is that a thing out there?
I met a few people. I don't know if it's like an actual title like that, but I met a few people. I know a few people where they're strictly just homie rap,
That's
and they don't
crazy.
want to listen to nothing else. I could bump other shit, you feel me? But I always like to support the homies, so I bump the homie rap, And yeah, back then I used to listen to nothing but Trapper Low, GB was one of my favorite artists, man.
Oh,
He,
wow.
he still is, man. He goes crazy, and Rico Too Smooth too.
Yep.
Uh, yeah. Who else? But even at that, I got songs with all of them now. You get me? So I'm just going. I'm gonna see where the music industry takes me. Hopefully I get to work with these bigger artists that I have listened to. You feel me?
No, I agree.
I'm sure you will.
Yo, so we see you have the rat tail there. How long you been growing your rat tail?
Damn, I've been growing my shit out probably for like 2 years, man. I actually trimmed it though. It's not as long, but it's
Shit.
pretty cool, pretty banging.
So who you think created the rat tail?
Damn, bro. I'm not sure, bro. I really not. I can't say, bro. I don't know where the fuck it came from. Who created it? I know it's a Northern Cali thing for sure. And I think don't quote me on it, but I specifically think it's the homie started it. You get me?
Okay, for sure.
All right, cool, cool. Because
Yeah.
some say the Polynesians started it too.
I think you know what, bro. When I started growing it, so I went to a family party in Sacramento. Like I said, my mom's Polynesian,
Yeah.
So I seen a Polynesian dude there, and he had his tail banging, and I was like, bro, that shit looks hard, And the homies are already starting to grow theirs and shit, But takes a lot of patience. I see a lot of homies that started growing it like around the time I was growing it, they fucking got rid of that shit. You feel me? And
It's
I
just
just
all
kept my
short, right? It's
banging.
all short and weird looking.
Yeah, and some people try to grow it and then it goes to a certain length and it just stops growing. I don't know what's good with
Oh
that, but
wow.
I see. Yeah, I seen a lot of homies try to grow it and it got to a certain length and been like a year or two and it's still like not even enough to braid, man.
How did the Young
Yeah.
TC visuals hood vlog come about?
The oh yeah, the hood vlog. Yeah, that one we did a while back. That was like kind of my first thing, kind of like in the camera talking and shit. I feel like it went all right. I feel like I could have done it better,
Yeah.
but it was my first time, I'm youngin' with it.
Not for sure. You
But
still
yeah,
yeah. Camera shock it.
yeah, for sure. But now I feel like I could rock shit better. I feel like I could do it better now, but shit happens.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
That's
still
what's
it's
up.
still pretty tight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you've been rapping now a total of how many years?
It's like two, right?
Yeah, I want to say around two,
Yeah, and
but
it's interesting because if you keep up, like you really got some shit with you now, and if you get better, then I think you're gonna be a problem for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
you spit some shit.
that's what Bustin be telling me. My management, he be like, bro, if you killing niggas at 17 with this rap shit, like gassing niggas out, he's like, imagine what the fuck you gonna be in 5 years, and then you only gonna be 22 years old.
That's what I'm
He was like,
saying.
bro, that's why
Yeah,
he's been on my helmet. He's been on my helmet on the most. Take this shit serious and be more consistent. And that's what I'm doing right now. You feel me?
yeah, for sure. And it takes work. Like you can't get lazy because you're gonna make money. You're gonna tour. You're gonna make
Yeah.
money. And just don't get lazy. Don't
Oh
get
yeah.
complacent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. When you start off, when you really start rapping, from the scratch, you're not gonna touch money at first. You get me? And I think that was the thing where I was like, never took it serious. I would rather do some shit or work a 9 to 5, bro, just to get the money. Like fuck this rap shit. Like niggas don't actually get paid from that, but you do eventually. You feel me?
Yeah. You're pretty much, I always say this to Pops, like, you're pretty much the last one to see the money. You have to pay the producer, you have to pay the studio time, you got to pay the videographer, then you see money after. You know?
Yeah,
It's one of those hustles,
yeah. But
like,
when it comes, it comes, man. It comes
yeah.
good
For
too.
sure, for sure.
So.
So you're signed officially signed to the label, or I know we kind of visited this a little.
5'9" bully team.
Yeah, the 5'9" Bully Team,
Yeah.
or are you independent with a distribution? Like,
This show.
Nah, so the thing about the Five Nine Bully team, so I am signed to them and shit, but Bustin still lets me do my other shit. You feel me? If I could still do the it's not like he's a like when you sign to their label, they control all your moves. You get me? Or at least I think they do. But if I want to do a feature with somebody, I could do it. He's not gonna say nothing like, bro, that's shit. That's your time. You could do what you want. But when I need you for this feature and when I need you for this song and in the studio at this time, just pull through. You feel me? So that's the type of time we on.
that's beautiful.
But I am signed under Five Nine.
Yeah. Where are most of your fans from? Like, your supporters, like, when they DM you and shit, like, where are they mostly from?
Tulare County, the most.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
But wait, how far are you
Yeah,
from Tulare County, though? Are you like an hour?
I'm about like 30 minutes away. I'm in Tulare County right now. I'm in Visalia right now.
Oh, so if I say that, okay, that's Tulare County. So if I say Visalia, Pixley, all that shit. Okay, I'm trying to, like, put shit
Yeah.
together. So for Parlier, like, do you, to have fun, do you got to go to Fresno, or is it, you could have fun in
Yeah.
that city?
Okay. Like I said, Parlier is real small, so there ain't shit, man. It really ain't. And like, yeah, if you want, even like to go get food, bro, there's no food in Parlier. There's Mexican joints, they're gas and shit, but after a while, eating the same shit. Come on now, But there ain't no good joints like that, and I like to eat, man. So even like when we go get food, we gotta go to other cities all the time. You get me? There's about like Parlier, there's like a Subway, a BK, and a Taco Bell. I think that's really it.
What the fuck?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So it's like rural as shit, right? It's not even like a city vibe, kind of.
yeah, yeah. It's a city, but like, yeah, it's
Not
not
really.
really a city vibe. the thing about like the whole 559 area and shit, it's a lot of farmland. You get me?
Yeah.
So there's just these little cities between the farm and between these fucking acres and acres of trees type shit.
Mm, it's pretty interesting.
So would you ever want to move from
Yeah.
there and like move on to like maybe more up north, or where would you go?
I wouldn't know. I like staying close to home, man. Even when I take off for a little bit, man. Like my one time we spent like fucking a weekend in Sacramento with the whole 5-9 bully team, man. These motherfuckers were making fun of me. By the second, third day, I was like, bro, I need to go home, nigga. I'm
You're
homesick,
homesick.
nigga. I miss my hood, yeah. But growing up, we never left the section, We didn't
Right.
stay out for 3 days out there. Like we're so used to our hood, you feel me? So uh, I'm barely really growing out that I'm growing out that homesick stage, you get me? So I feel like I could move out places and shit now. But I always wiggle back through the section, you feel me?
100%.
Yes, sir.
How did the no paperwork podcast and all the other interviews you pretty much did? How'd you like those, and like how was that experience?
The No Paperwork podcast was the first podcast interview thing I've been on. And like you hit me up like the first time one like December, huh? And I kind of flaked
We've
off.
been talking for a while. That's crazy.
Yeah, I kind of
Fuck.
flaked off, man. But the only thing was like I fucking even like my homies like, bro, you need to tap in with J Ran, bro. Like that was
Yeah.
popping. I was like, bro, like I did, I've been tapped in with him. It's just like, bro, I never like talking and shit. I never like being in front of the camera and talking, And that's what my management been on. Like, bro, like they just know you your rap shit. They don't know you. Don't know how you talk.
Yeah.
And he tells me like, bro, and it's real hard too, cause like the other side, they 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 blew up off content
Podcast.
like that off interviews, podcasts,
Yeah.
cause they they on dope, man. That's what it is. You feel me? So they on dope. They crash out. It's funny. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like I was like, damn, how can I make these clips where I'm entertaining and blow up?
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna crash out for it. So like, what's the point of doing all that? You feel me? That was my perspective on that shit.
Yeah, make
But
sure shout
right
out to
now,
no paperwork
Podcast.
podcast. Make sure y'all
yeah, shout out
subscribe and
No
check out the
Paperwork,
content.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a badass
One.
podcast. I love it too.
Yeah. One advice I would give to the Northern Rasa movement: y'all have to get on podcast. You have to talk, because that's the only
Yeah.
way. Nowadays, it's content, content, content. People want to see content. It's not even about the music no more. Like if you're a personality,
Yeah.
look at Lefty Gunplay, Tommy Guns, even like known for their music like that. They're just
Exactly,
known
bro.
for going on podcasts, and it's just a
Look,
fact.
bro.
Like that's a fact.
I don't, I don't, I don't want to talk about Tommy Guns too much, but look,
Yeah.
put it like this: a perfect example, right? And they just said on No Paperwork podcast. Shout out Bustin', he said it. So perfect example was when Tommy Guns was staying in Pixley. He wasn't shit. He wasn't famous. No one knew who the fuck he was. As soon as he moved to LA and he started getting these clips, and they actually started seeing his personality, automatically blew up.
Yeah.
And like dude's a crash out. He talks weird. He's a character, bro. That's what it is. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no.
And
Yeah.
that's basically what it is. That's why I think it's so hard for the homies, because we're not gonna crash out. We're not even gonna self incriminate ourselves, or talk about certain shit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of podcasts and all that, and they're gonna ask those questions,
Yeah.
and it's it's not their fault, they're civilians. You shouldn't hold them to the standard where if they're gonna ask fed questions or not. You get me? But it's up to you how you gonna answer it. You
Exactly.
get me? And they're gonna answer it, and the homies are not. You feel me? And if they're talking on a podcast like that, just imagine how they gonna talk if they looking at time, man. So it's like,
We
it's
try
all
to keep
bad.
it we try to keep it clean on this channel. Like we don't try to promote too
Yeah.
much of the nonsense. Some stuff we need to discuss, but we try to keep it clean. But you're
Yeah.
right on that aspect of it. Like it's on the artist too to make sure he don't open
Hmm.
his mouth or her mouth and it's self incriminate. And it's happened to a lot of artists here on this side of the coast. They're going on podcasts. They're placing themselves in the scene of crime. They're placing themselves at a certain location. They're telling on their homie indirectly, and then they're using that shit against them.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
This
And
generation. I'm going live, and I'm like shooting at somebody live and talking about it, and
Yeah, and I actually just got put on game with some shit I didn't know. Shout out Insane from No Paperwork Podcast,
Yeah,
right?
shout out, bro.
He he said that so basically in California, what you say in a rap song can't be used against you in court unless you get it detailed. But what you say on podcasts, vlogs, and shit like that can be used against you.
Fuck.
You get me?
Yeah.
So that's why when he said that, I really fucking how do I say? I really soaked that up, and I was like, damn, you know, and they'll try to use anything like that, you know, even saying you're from a certain section, man. That's just a, you know, I could say I'm from blah 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 hood, you know, and that's just enough to self-incriminate myself. You get me?
Absolutely.
Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, you can't even speak on that because then they also and in Cali they have the gang enhancement charges. Like we don't really have that out here
Yeah.
like that. Can you speak on that? Like
Oh
why
no.
why is that created? Like was that back in the day? You know the history behind it?
To be honest, I don't, man. I never got. Oh, recently I did, but I don't really know the history behind
Yeah.
the whole gang
No,
enforcement
yeah.
thing. I actually didn't know it was only in California. You just fucking. I thought it was
Yeah.
No,
just across
I think
everything.
out here they move. I don't know if they do gang enhancement. They do more like in concert. So like if us three go somewhere and then you two do something, then they'll just drag me into it because I'm in concert with you because I was there or I
Oh
drove the
shit.
car.
Nah, but they don't have gang enhancements where they add time to your shit because you're in a gang. Like gang
I
enhancement,
know,
that
no.
term, they don't have that over
No, they
there.
don't have the term, but they'll incriminate your ass if they could because they love to put us in jail.
Yeah,
Word.
I think the gang enhancement could carry up to like double your time. You know, like if you're looking at 5 years, a gang
Shit,
enhancement will
crazy.
turn it into 10 or some shit. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it, but um, that was something my lawyer said one time.
Wow. So and then for strike, can you get a
Yeah.
strike as a juvenile or no? You have to be as a adult.
It's a juvenile strike. That's what they call it. It's kind of the same shit, but
Yeah.
it don't carry on into your adult. But shit like that, shit like that don't carry on to you when you're adult. But when you catch a case as an adult, the DA still gonna bring that up. You get me? Make
Yeah.
you smother you up in court type shit. You get me?
And 100.
Yeah, for
percent
sure, for sure. Wow, that's pretty cool. So let the people know, um, what projects you got coming out,
Yeah.
or when they're coming out.
Yeah.
Socials.
So I got a video with the Bliss song with Lil Nate the Goer. Shout out Lil Nate the Goer. That's coming out soon. I got a mic drop for the song Mean It coming out soon. Those two are part of the Hood Trophy album, which is out now. You know, I'm gonna try to promote that more, do more videos on that. You know, and then I got that 1 minute song coming out, and then the big one coming out is a Tears of a Thug fucking EP coming out with J Ram, man. That shit's stupid done.
Yeah, they definitely gotta tap in, man. It was a pleasure having you. I feel like I'm gonna give you your flowers on how like humble you are and also how mature you are. You know what I'm saying for your
Yeah,
age and shit like
you
that.
don't
Yeah,
seem
thank you, bro.
17.
Thank you.
Word.
Oh yeah.
Let the people know your socials, like where they can find you on
Yeah.
IG, TikTok, whatever you have.
uh, right. I got a TikTok as Jpeezy4 underscore. I'm actually signed off of it right now. The cops took my phone. Somebody needs to get that phone back. And fucking my Instagram is Jpeezy4. And most of my songs on YouTube is under 59 Bully Team, and shout out 59 Bully Team
Shout
on
out.
all platforms. 59 Bully Team.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the boy JPZ. It's Jaren TV. Pops, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for your time, brother.
We out of here.
Hell yeah, thank you. Salute, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I know how it gets, so I gotta stay low, now move my knot. I don't trust no nigga, I don't trust no man, ain't no friends, everybody get shot. You never know how nigga gon' throw, I'm hitting the flow with a couple of shots. You better move, you better duck, either way to go, you'll get got.